As we enter the final 15 minutes here at Choco Field, Christian Guzman here alongside Tom LaFalls. It's an opening game for Cornell that has gone pretty well, at least on the offensive side, for the Big Red. Things to clean up for Connor Busek and his team before they face a top 5 matchup on Saturday. Looking to end this game strong here as Michael Melkonian picks up a clean face-off win and hands it off to Willem Firth. Now 17-8 in terms of face-off wins for Cornell after going pretty much even in the first half.
Yeah, and in that third quarter, both teams scoring 3 goals. So we talked a little bit about, can Hobart reset? They've done that. Second midfield group here for Cornell.
Horseman 3 goals today. His pass, though, deflected there by the freshman Coleman Kraft. Important to note as well, Matt Tully still in goal for Cornell as we begin the fourth quarter. Big Red up by 9. Hobart made a goalie change at the beginning of the second half. Number 81, Brady Smith, came in to relieve the freshman Michael Johnson.
Not credited with a save yet.
Long pole effort, and the bouncer is just over the cage there. Shooter buzz Nick Soteropoulos. And even though the Statesmen facing the big deficit on the face-off corner, at least if they failed to score on this end, they've done a great job with their 10-man ride to force a lot of turnovers in the clear game. As this shot just sneaks under Tully's arm, and Gordon Bennett has his second of the game.
Off hip, right? That's one of those difficult places to be able to make a save. The goalie doesn't know which direction to go. Just a little juke, comes with his right hand, right off hip. Perfectly executed shot there. Again, these teams have been trading goals most of this second half.
Really good signs there for Hobart. A lot of positives for them to take away from this game so far, even though down by 8 right now to the Big Red. Feels like this is one of those games where you've shown a lot of good against a team that looks to be in contention for a lot of meaningful lacrosse late in the season, as an off-ball push against Cornell will give the ball right back to the Statesmen. Schofield will stay on the field, the face-off man for Hobart. Steve Tomaso takes the ball around. Second midfield's on for Hobart, even though they will keep number 22 in purple, David Peterkin, on the field, who has been a Hobart mainstay in their offense for the past 4 years. Steenhouse, 2 goals for him, number 39 in purple. And a skip pass right onto the crease for Peterkin. A kick save. And
stepped in.
He did step into the crease. Peterkin was looking for his second goal of the game.
Good second half for Peterkin. Really playing with a lot of energy, creating opportunities. Here we see again 10-man ride.
Already 6 field clears for Cornell, as this one is taken over the halfway
turnover.
line.
Jimmy Troy.
It was indeed pushed out there. Opportunity for these young, inexperienced kids also to get experience against an aggressive 10-man ride. As we mentioned, because of the weather, there haven't been as many opportunities as you might like for Cornell to practice with a full field. So to try and get good practice against a 10-man ride like Hobart is showing, this is crucial time for the Big Red.
Well, and it's not Cornell's identity, right? So if Cornell doesn't 10-man a lot, it's hard to practice, the same intensity that you're going to see from a team that does it a lot, right? It's sort of who they are. Cornell is very much a base. And a good play there by Di Tommaso to create the turnover.
Takes it away from Lonis, and it's a fresh 80 for Hobart. Yet another field clear. So make it 8 field clearance in the game for Cornell, and a flag is thrown as well. It looks like Cornell indeed is offside. So free possession here for Hobart.
I don't know what the foul is. That it isn't offsides. They were changing in the box. There were only 2 people there.
Bennett will score. Hat trick for the freshman, Gordon Bennett.
Again, just takes the shorty behind, little roll dodge, gets above goal line, extended to 5 and 5, and lets it go. And it looks like it's a personal foul.
So we'll face off, and it looks like Cornell is going to go man down for a minute. The call is going against Ike Lonis. Some sort of unnecessary roughness call or personal foul against Lonis will put Cornell man down for the second time today. And a crucial almost face-off win for Seamus Schofield. A big check there to take Walker Schwartz down. But Cornell eventually comes up with the face-off win, and Tully's got to show off some stick skill now. Big man down clear for Cornell coming up, and Staub will take it across to complete the clear. And that's a big face-off win for Cornell.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key, right? Now you can try and run some clock. Have to think they're going to send a double here.
30 seconds left, and Hobart looks like they'll allow Cornell to kill off the rest of the power play time. I'll see holding here, so Hobart will go over 2 on the power play after Cascadin picks up one of the bigger face-off wins. Excuse me, it was Melkonian who was out there who picks up one of the bigger face-off wins of the day for the Big Red. Cascadin today is 12 of 18 at the face-off dot. Michael Melkonian 6 of 9 at the dot. And Luzzy will now initiate at full strength.
They don't let Cornell go through X there. They locked it off.
Now over to Waldman. First midfield is out there for Cornell.
Throws
1
it to
second
the
on the
corner.
shot clock, and Firth will indeed dump it into the corner.
But job done, right?
Yeah.
Like you killed off the penalty, but you'll take that shot clock violation to do that. Right, and Hobart a little bit more aggressive, trying to prevent Cornell there from going through X to change field. So instead they have to go around the other way.
Transition opportunity for the long pole. It's an easy intercept there from Dooley before the shot even got to Tully. Dooley checked from behind, no flag.
Yep, nope, they threw it now. He got it. So there's flag down here. Cornell likely to have their first man-up opportunity here.
I was going to be surprised if there was no flag call on that check from Dooley. It looked like he took one hard.
Well, I could imagine in this weather it'd be hard to dig the flag out of your pocket.
And this shot low. That's the first save from Brady Smith. Took it on TJ Lamb. And Cornell will go on the man up for the first time today. As we mentioned earlier, Cornell hasn't had too many man up opportunities. Just in general this season, they've only scored on 1 of 5.
Yeah, and again, that's right. It's a 1-minute foul. It was behind the play as Cornell was coming out with it. Dooley got knocked down. And so the extra man unit, we're going to see Nuri, Luzzy, Goldstein, Waldman, Firth, and I think that's Luke Robinson down there on the bottom pipe, left-handed.
Yes, it is indeed.
Yep, so now you're seeing you got Firth in the hole and moving the ball around for Luzzy to Nuri, top center. Runs the wheel. Other side, same thing.
Robinson was looking for the inside option. Instead, pass it off to Nuri. Goldstein to skip. Robinson's free. And that one just hit either off pipe or
I think it
off
was
the
on
keeper.
the pipe. Yep, got to reset.
First this time, and he stings the corner. 4 goals for Willem Firth on the day, and this one comes on the man up to stop the Hobart run.
Just really crisp ball movement from Cornell there, moving it around and creating a good opportunity to step in and let one fly.
8 points for Willem Firth. His debut at home at attack for Cornell has gone well for him. And the Big Red are doubling up the Statesmen as we enter the closing stages of this game.
Cornell, man up goal, scored by number 51.
8-goal lead for Cornell as we enter the final stages of the fourth quarter here at Shokal Field. Connor Busick starting to make a couple of subs to bring his backup players in as Michael Melkonian wins his 7th faceoff of the day. Good to see Melkonian getting a good amount of run and maybe an opportunity for him to continue, if he continues to win faceoffs, give Cascaden much needed breaks in games. Offensive side, Matthew Perfetto onto the field, number 11 in white to replace Goldstein at attack. Griffin McGovern into the game. Seamus Bearden as well now on the ball. Here is Perfetto. Passes off to Reardon. McGovern. Back to Perfetto, all alone at X. Over to Rowan Nuri, who's still in the game alongside Willem Firth on the ball now. And Firth has a short stick. We'll get a slide, and his pass a little bit too hot to handle for McGovern. Under 10 to shoot. It's passed around, shove off, and Taylor almost picks up a man's goal there.
Man, he plays physical. You know, I was looking. He's only 6 feet tall on the thing. He plays bigger than that. I was actually, when I saw him make a couple plays, I was like, boy, maybe we're getting another, power midfield Dodger.
Taylor standing at 6 feet, 195 pounds from Fairmouth, Maine. And give all credit to him. Not as much talked about, but he's still Cornell's second highest recruit in the 2025 class. Of course, the higher one being Rowan Nuri. Taylor was number 46 in the 2025 class as rated by Inside Lacrosse. Like Lone still on the field, you're starting to see Michael Marshall and J.K. Kelly on as close defenders. Short stick Drew Deviney also onto the field playing alongside T.J. Lamb. Subs coming on for Hobart as well. That's Chase Alam, number 9 in purple, onto the field alongside Alex McGinio, who took the penalty that Cornell just scored on. Lamb forces away McGinio.
Oh, broken stick. Lamb's got to come off.
And did indeed break that stick. And great defense there from Marshall to force the ball away for Brabham. And Cornell will go on to clear. This is indeed a break. Here's Perfetto, who makes the extra pass for Michael Marshall.
Hey, and he started that whole play by creating the turnover. Comes down, and believe that would be his first career goal.
That is his first career goal for Michael Marshall, playing in his 8th game for the Big Red. And there's a lot of people who love what Michael Marshall could potentially bring. He actually scored a goal in the U20 World Championship for Team USA, where he was teammates alongside Rowan Murray and coached by Connor Busick this summer.
And it all started with that caused turnover. Did a nice job when it was a 6-on-5 opportunity there to be able to string it out a little bit, create the turnover. And because of that, you had Gil Martin coming on the field to be able to get that break. And Perfetto at the point of the fast break doing a good job finding the open man. And Melkonian with another face-off win for the Big Red.
Michael Melkonian, 8 of 11 at the dot. So impressive for the backup face-off man for Cornell. As Lones takes the ball across the halfway line, but it's a great check there for Clark to force the ball away. This ball's still up for grabs as it rolls just past the stick of Jack Herendine. Number 31 in white hands come onto the field to play attack for the Big Red. As this ball is cleared away.
Ike Lonis and Matt Tully, the only 2 starters for Cornell left in this game at this point.
Spaghetti fired that shot right off the mask of Marshall, and he'll start to clear once again.
Good
Blake
legs there.
Cascadin takes the ball across the halfway line, and this shot low by Herendeen just misses. Cascadin
Cornell
trying to play to keep away.
uses
and
their timeout.
Indeed, we see the timeout taken by Connor Busek, and it's an awesome opportunity here with Cornell up by 9 to see some of the younger players. You probably won't get as many opportunities to see some of these younger players with Cornell and the schedule that Hague have coming up. We all know what's coming up on Saturday for the Big Red. It is the number 3 Richmond Spiders that we have. Let's take a look at Hobart's schedule first coming up for the Statesmen as they take on Robert Morris to start off take on Robert Morris, then go to Albany, host Lemoyne, and then start their A10 play with the 2 teams that received first place votes in the A10, St. Joseph's and then Richmond. So only a couple more tune-up games for Hobart before they take on the best of the best already in the A10.
Yeah, and then the Big Red gets ready, right? They host Richmond, who played Cornell, incredibly tightly twice in the last season. Cornell getting the win at Hofstra in the quarterfinal. Then they travel to Penn State. Penn State, at this point, the last team to beat Cornell back in March at Sholkoff Field, and then Cornell will move to the beginning of its Ivy League season, opening up with a home contest against Brown, and that's when the real push will begin. Unfortunately for the Big Red, no Syracuse on the schedule this year, but they do pick up a game against Duke and a non-league game against High Point later in the season.
That Duke game, just like they played against Syracuse last year, will be at Long Island, so another ACC matchup against a top 10 foe playing in a neutral site at Long Island.
Sebastian Reyes,
number 1 in white, now onto the field. Here's McGovern, who's been getting a lot of time as essentially a third midfielder. Take a look at Will Bernfein as well. Seeing all the backups coming in now for both teams as Bernfein will try a shot and he'll score. Well, Bernfein, the sophomore from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, has picked up his first goal in his 4th game for the Big Red.
And you can see just a righty sweep, gets down to the wing and lets it go, catches the goalie, I think, sort of out of not quite ready for that shot yet. And we do have a goaltending change as well for Cornell. Tim Piacentini in for the Big Red.
And you can see the Big Red sideline celebrating Bernfein's first goal for the Big Red. And again, like Tom said, Matt Tully exits the game after making 7 saves, allowing 8 goals. But the sophomore from New Jersey, Tim Piacentini, will now take the pipes for the Big Red for the final 3.5 minutes.
Sam Ritchie with the face-off win for Cornell.
You can see how much that means to the Cornell bench as well. Ritchie went 0 for 5 at the dot against Hobart last year in his duties there. So good to see him get a face-off win as Cornell continues to dominate at the dot. Now going 9 of 26 at the face-off dot in this game. Or excuse me, 19 of 26. Here's a Rendine, sophomore from Victor, New York, nearby. Matthew Swartz trying to handle the pass. Will pick up the ground ball. Peyton Booth onto the field as well.
Swinging around the top.
Here is Swartz.
Dodge off the top.
And his shot is saved there by Smith, who tries to pick it up over the cage. Camella is right there. And this ball will go out of play. It will stay with Cornell.
And they do get a reset here.
As Perfetto will reset things with Herendine here. Here is Peyton Booth. Booth, a prolific indoor player, played for USA U16 and 18 on the indoor teams. McGovern. McGovern will shoot and he'll score. 10th game for Griffin McGovern, the senior from Delaware, and he's got his first career Cornell goal.
And just a dodge and redodge, right? Starts to go, doesn't have anything, then finally goes back at it. able to get topside on his defender, put it in with his left hand.
The good feelings continue to permeate all around for the Cornell Big Red as McGovern picks up his first career goal for Cornell.
And it's nice that Cornell's able to, get some guys in this game to save some legs a little bit for Saturday's contest.
Drew Buck, the face-off man for Hobart, will win a face-off for them as Brady McEnroe passes it back. Can Cornell cause a turnover on this end? Yes, they can, as Davini will pick up the loose pass. You see Piacentini, number 37, in white in goal. He was the number 32 recruit in Inside Lacrosse's class of 2024. He was the highest rated recruit in that class. Marshall takes the ball across the halfway line. Already a goal for Michael Marshall, the highly touted defenseman for Cornell. Jason Santos Stewart on the ball, number 48 in white.
McGovern unassisted at the 2:03 mark.
Back to Sebastian Ray, a sophomore from Massachusetts. It'll be fun to see the participation chart at the end of this game for both teams, as both teams able to get many players off the bench to see some live ball action against a opponent that's not your teammate.
Absolutely.
All setting up for the Saturday showdown that you rarely get to see. Two top 5 opponents will duke it out here at 12 p.m. on ESPN. Plus, you can catch me and Tom on that game as we call number 5 Cornell hosting number 3 Richmond. Those two teams played 2 one-goal games in 2 contests last year, one of them being in the quarterfinals, which Cornell just won in Hempstead, New York, to punch their ticket to the Final Four, which we all know how that ended, with Cornell winning the eventual national championship to take down Penn State and Maryland in Foxborough. Richmond, once again, is looking to stop Cornell on their way back to championship weekend. They can do so with picking up another win against Cornell on Saturday. That's coming up next for the Big Red, but for now, they'll celebrate a 19-8 win over Hobart and a good first game back at Chokoff Field for the reigning national champions.
Absolutely. I think you got everything out of this that you would want if you're Cornell, right? You come home, you get used to playing a home game, you get up early, you get a good start. We talked a little bit about that early, like not feeling like they've had the best starts so far, and then just grounded it out in the second half. Got lots of guys some playing time and some opportunities. Give yourself, your top line guys a little bit, not have to put in 100% effort for 60 minutes, be able to be ready to take on a really talented Richmond team on Saturday here.